the next thing you want to do is set up your MSI manager. So if you come here and look, here's your MSI manager. Before we get started, I'm going to kind of explain what it is. You have materials and you have site improvements. So if you look here at this typical, this is a material, right there's a material, there's a material, another one, then there's your subgrade right here. All these different materials add up to be one site improvement. So if I come here and look at my MSI manager, I can go to materials, and I'm going to create a new material category called aggregate. Then right here, I can add a new material type, and I'm going to call it GAB. Now that I've got a GAB material, I want a volume. I want it by the cubic yard. I measure in the cubic yard, but I buy by the ton. So I use the conversion factor. 1 cubic yard equals 1.9 tons. I can put in a cost if I want to of $15 a ton, and then I can change the color to anything I want. Now that I got my materials in here, I can come to site improvements and go to pavement and say a new pavement site improvement. I'm going to call it HD paving. It's an area. If I hit OK, so next I'm looking at it. Now on top, I want pavement heavy duty asphalt. Beneath that, I want my GAB. I come over here and I say I want 3 inches of heavy duty asphalt. Now I come to GAB and I say I want 8 inches. So this is where my subgrade and materials come from. And if you want to, you can even put in, installation price and stuff like that. So that's how you set up your material and site improvement manager. You have materials and you have site improvements, which we use our materials to build it. Once I have that done, now I need to identify my boundaries. So if I come to identify site regions and click on design, you can see this highlights in gold, this highlights in purple. So this is an enclosed boundary, and this is saying it should be a boundary, but it's not enclosed. So to make that enclosed, I simply come over here to Polyline. I give it a name of BNDY. I'm going to create a new layer. Simply hit the space bar. I'm going to call it BNDY for boundary. I prefer the color gold or orange. And I'm going to protect this layer. Now, the next step is go to categorize and tell it your boundary layer is actually on design. And now I can come to design and tell it it contains potential site boundaries. And I can tell that's been done by the green check. So under polylines, now I just come right here. I'd put no elevation. I'll just simply strike a line across. So if I go to identify site regions now and click on design, you can see that that's lit up as gold, and this is gold too now. But I also have some light duty paving I want to add. So I simply just come back to polyline, click on next point, and I over exaggerate here. I don't want to accidentally make a mistake. I want to make sure I'm over the line, and I section off for my light duty paving. So I just hit enter. I come back and I make sure I close it. And I'm going to go ahead and do the sidewalk as well. So there's all my boundaries. I come back to identify site regions, click on design, and now I come down here and find my site improvements. There's my building pad. I'm going to go to HD paving, light duty asphalt, and then there's my sidewalk. So now I've categorized those. Now I can run the validate command and say, I want a new layer. Simply hit spacebar, call it val or validate, hit OK, and apply. Now I can see what areas have been assigned site improvements. I can turn that layer off on right here.